The lesson is, don't be fooled. Don't be deceived. You have beliefs, and they're not all true. The one I need you to know is that good and bad exist. And what I need to point out is that bad people are real. I didn't believe in bad people for the majority of my lifetime. And I realized that I had been living with bad people. And by bad people, I mean people who want to hurt you. People who see no problem, no need to change. People who thrive off of pain and suffering. People who enjoy laughing at others, who enjoy making fun of people, who enjoy problems. There are people out there who will hurt you. There are people out there who want to hurt you, who want to use you. And you need to be aware of that. You can't be living in a fantasy thinking that, oh, people can change, right? Sure, everyone is capable of changing. But not everyone wants to. Not everyone sees a need to change, and they don't have to. But you need to understand that some people won't change no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you love them. Because some people believe that they deserve the world. And sure, we all deserve the world, but some people believe that they are owed the world. That they are owed your boundaries, your privacy, that they can walk over you just because they can. And you need to understand, if you're watching this and you don't know this, or maybe you do, but you need to understand that there are people who don't give a fuck about you. There are people who do care about you, but there are people who don't as well. And you need to realize that people will use you. People will hurt you. People will take advantage of you. That's how it is. And that's reality. That's Earth. We were all brought down to Earth, and we don't owe anybody shit, and nobody owes us anything either. Okay, we can do whatever we want to with our lives, and with that, with our free will, we can hurt people for fun. That's fine. Do it. Do whatever you want to, but you need to understand people are going to do what they want to do. People don't need to change, but you don't have to accept that. You don't have to accept the fact that somebody is a toxic, vile, nasty person. You don't need to deal with that. You deserve the things that you want. And I'm going to explain this, okay? If you want a happy life, right, you deserve that because we're all here. And with that, we can do whatever we want to do, okay? There are no real rules in life. Everything is made up, okay? When you're born, and if you imagine this, life is a clean slate. There are no rules. There's nothing. When the world was created, do you think that there were rules, there were laws? No, we built this. We made this. We made this structure. We made this system of what's wrong and right. If we were born in a universe where murder was the good thing, then that would be the good thing. But here it's not. What I'm trying to say is, you deserve whatever it is you're willing to give yourself. And if you want to be happy, if you want to live a life that you want to live, you have to be able to say, I don't want to deal with this shit. And then you gotta go and put in the work to build a life that you want. If you're sitting there complaining, sitting on your ass, and it's just like, wow, these people are so mean to me, they're walking over me, and you're just letting it happen, what do you think's gonna happen? You think that some miracle that God's just gonna be like, okay, you know what? Let's just make this all stop for you. Let's just grant you whatever you want. No. No, that's not how it works. We were all put here, and we are all equal, okay? We all have different lives, different opportunities, different struggles, but we all have the ability to change. And if you want different for your life, you need to change. If you don't change, you're gonna sit there in that pile of shit that you are laying in, and you're gonna stay there. If you want better, you need to go and ask yourself, what am I going to do to get better? What am I going to do to live the life that I want to live? Okay? You need to understand that no matter where you go in life, okay, there will be haters. There will be people who will try to use you, take advantage of you. There will be people who want to break you, okay? There are people who want to hate on you, whether because they feel like shit or because they enjoy making others feel like shit. The reason doesn't matter. The point is, you need to rise above all of that. You can't drown inside of their hate. You can't drown inside of this egotistical world, okay? If you want better, you have to drown out that noise on the outside and listen to yourself. No matter how old you are, okay, whether you're 5 years old or 50, you need to be your own guide, make your own rules. You need to decide what is wrong and right for you, okay? Because what society says is wrong and right, what society says you have to do this, you have to do that, it doesn't matter, okay? You don't owe anybody shit, and nobody owes you shit, okay? But if you want a life that you want to live, that you like living, you need to make it for yourself, okay? You will not get anywhere complaining. If you just complain and do nothing, you will get nowhere. And you will suffer inside of that for the rest of your fucking life. Okay? If you want to do something, if you want better, you need to say and you need to do better. Okay? If you're sitting there in a fucking depression and you're like, wow, I hate my life, I want to die. Okay? I've been there. Okay? I have been there. Okay? I have curled up every single fucking night. And I have cried myself to sleep. I have tried to kill myself several times. And I don't want to anymore. I want to live. And do you know why? Because I could die. Okay? I could die. And then who knows what happens, right? Or I could live. And I could... Who knows what could happen? You know? But if I just sat there, if I died, that would be it. That would be it for me. That would be it for me. And listen, my mom's dead, okay? And when she died, I was left here. I'm still here and she's not. And if I die, all these people, they might still be here. You might still be here. And guess what? You could do something. You could change something. And maybe you don't want to change anything. But you could change something for yourself. You know? You could make a life that you want to live. You could craft something. You could create something beautiful within yourself if you choose to. You have to make that choice and go through with it. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, okay? I've been alive for nearly 17 years, okay? Yeah, I'm young, I know. But I have learned that life can be whatever you want it to be. And you don't know what life has to offer. People went to the fucking moon. And years and years ago, people probably didn't even know there was a fucking moon. You know? People didn't even fathom getting up there. They probably thought it was fucking magic. You know? And we did it. We went to the moon. You know? And we made technology. We did all of these things. And there's so much more we can do. But you have to try. And if you don't know what your purpose is in life, if you don't know where you want to go, what you want to do, that's fine. I don't either, okay? But I know that I want to live, and I want to do something, okay? What I'm doing is I am trying. And unless you try, You're gonna sit there in that pile of shit and you're gonna suffer for the rest of your life. Do you want that? Do you want to cry yourself to sleep every night? If you do, then bye. Don't watch this. This isn't for you. But if you want better, you need to fucking put in the work and do better. Okay? If you are trapped in a situation where you can't go outside, where you can't fucking, where you feel like you have no control over your life, you need to realize you have control over your mind. That is the one thing you can't control. You can't control your body, okay? You can't control you can't control shit except for your mind. Whatever happens outside is out of your control. Accept that. You could die today. Accept that. That's fine, okay? But right now, you are watching this and you are alive. You are alive to watch this, okay? And from here on, you can do anything you want to do. Do not let anybody stop you. The only person who is really stopping you is yourself. If you're trapped inside the situation, if you have the ability to be on your phone right now watching this, you have the ability to expand your mind, expand your awareness, and grow and learn. You could Google anything with your fucking cell phone or your computer or whatever you're watching this on. You can learn. You can Google, how do I do this? How do I do that? We live in a time where knowledge is at your fingertips, okay? You can do anything. You can learn anything. You can create anything, but you have to try. If you don't try, you will get nowhere. If you try, you might fail. You will fail, okay? But one day you might not. One day you may succeed. And if you want to succeed, you have to try, you have to fail, you have to learn, you have to grow. What I need you to do is learn to trust yourself. You need to learn what is right and what is wrong for you. What works for you, okay? Some people don't eat breakfast, okay? Some people do. You don't need to eat breakfast. But you can. It's what works for you. What the doctors say, eat 3 meals a day. You don't need to do that. Everybody works differently. Okay? Figure out what works for you, what you like, what you want to do, where you want to go. And if you don't know, then don't worry about it. Take it one step at a time. What do you want to do right now? Do you want to sleep? Sleep. That's fine. Okay, you can sleep for as long as you want to. There are no rules. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to prove yourself. You were put on this earth. You were born here. You belong here. You deserve to be here just as much as any other person. Why don't you deserve to be here? Answer that for yourself. Because my answer is, everybody else is a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. We're all pieces of shit. And we're all fucking amazing too. We are all capable of amazing things, okay? But it's up to you on who you want to be and what you want to do. Do you want to lie in bed every single day and sleep? Go for it. But do you want to be something great? Then go and be something great. It's up to you. It's your decision. So another thing, okay, is don't live to satisfy other people. Okay, this is your life. And like I said before, you don't owe anyone anything and nobody owes you anything. Okay? If you give your all to everybody, okay, even your best friend right now, okay, maybe in the future they'll do something and you'll be like, wow, this bitch really just stabbed me in the back. And I feel so betrayed. Why did I let this happen to me? Why did I let them do this to me? And you might realize that all along you've been allowing them to do these things to you, to disrespect you, to overstep your boundaries, to make you uncomfortable. If you are uncomfortable, that is okay. You can speak up. If you don't like the situation you're in, that is fine. Okay? It's okay to dislike things. It's okay to not be okay with things. Okay? If you're not okay with somebody calling you a bitch, or you're not okay with somebody calling you a nickname, that is fine. What you like is fine. You need to respect yourself. Okay? If you don't like something, you don't like something. You don't have to put up with that. If you don't like being called fucking your birth name, then switch your name. It's your life. You can do whatever you want to do. And if anyone says, no, you can't, yes, you can. Why can't you? If somebody says, no, you can't, cut that bitch out your life. Okay? Because guess what? You can. You can. And if you can't, you can ignore them. You can learn how to fight. I'm not a fan of fighting, okay? But do whatever you need to do. Do whatever your situation calls for to get the fuck out of your situation. But I'm not saying hurt anyone, okay? I'm not a pacifist, but I'm also not a violent person. I don't do that. Do whatever you need to do in a peaceful way. And another thing with that is respect everyone, okay? No matter who you are, no matter what you do, we are all equal. We all are capable of doing something great. And everything we do has an impact on another person, okay? Whether it's just being there, whether it's just existing or breathing, okay? Have you ever seen someone and just wondered what they were thinking or what they were feeling, or has someone ever walked by and you've just been like, wow, that's a lovely outfit or something, or just maybe your teacher or your student or your grandparent or your grandchild, whatever it is, okay? It's an experience, and that gives someone something, and without it, what would they'd be missing that part of them, because every experience shapes us, okay? This bench I'm sitting on, somebody built this. Somebody designed it. Without those people, I wouldn't have this bench to sit on, and I might not be making this video right here. Maybe I wouldn't be making the video at all. I don't know, okay? But this person who made this bench is just as valuable and important as I am, and I am just as valuable and important as them, okay? And so are you. You are just as important as anybody else, because why aren't you? And if you don't feel like you are, then do something that makes you feel proud of yourself. If you aren't living a life that you enjoy, if you aren't proud of yourself, then go do something that makes you proud. Go find out what matters to you and add to that, okay? The Earth is a sandbox, okay? The universe is a sandbox. We are here, and what we do is we create and we destroy. Okay, that is what human beings do. We create and we destroy. And what you can do is you can create. If you feel like you are just consuming and destroying and taking, and if you aren't satisfied with that, then create. You have something that you can offer to the world, no matter what that is. Maybe it's a sentence. Maybe it's a line of poetry. Maybe you want to build a stick house. Okay. Maybe your purpose is to just love your cats, okay? You can do whatever you want to do, as long as you're happy doing it. As long as that makes you feel fulfilled, okay? It doesn't have to be going off being a doctor, saving lives. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do any of that. If you hate people, then fuck people, you know? Just do what you like doing, and if you don't know what that is yet, go explore, okay? And if you're not old enough to do that yet, then do what you can do. If you're watching this, like I said, you can learn, okay? You can watch videos, you can read books on the internet if you don't have access to real books. There are webcomics, webtoons. You can do anything you want to, and if you don't see anything you like, then create something. Create something. Do something except sit in your fucking sadness. If you're just sitting in your sadness, you're going to be doing that for the rest of your life. Do you want that? Do you want to live like this for the rest of your life? Do you? Are you happy right now? Are you fulfilled? Are you content? If the answer is no, ask yourself, why am I not content? What is making me feel like this? And what can I do to feel differently? And how do I want to feel? How do I want to feel? And what can I do to feel that way? Okay, I said all this shit already. Yeah. Okay. Last thing I'm gonna say. Do not sit in your pain. Do not dwell in your past. Do not dwell in your feelings. Do not dwell on. I'm not saying don't sit with your emotions. That's important. Okay, you need to sit with your emotions. But once you do that, once you get to the root of your emotions, you need to decide what you're going to do to move past that. Okay. You are in control of your mind, like I said, and it is up to you to change. If you don't want to change, then don't. Get the off my video. But if you want to change, if you want better for your life, then do what you can do. You can't do it all in one day, okay? That's unrealistic. But do what you can do today and save the rest for another day. Whether that be tomorrow or the next, take it one step at a time. I believe in you, okay? And as long as you are trying to become the person you want to be and live the life that you want to live, you can do it. But if you give up, you are going to go nowhere. If you give up, you will never see the possibility, okay? Sometimes you don't even realize how close to the end you are until you get there, okay? And if you give up, maybe if you didn't give up, the next time you tried, you would have succeeded. But if you give up, you will never succeed. Ever. So don't give up. Or give up, and that's your choice. That's on you, not me. I don't care what you do. I'm telling you what I've learned. And if you take it, that's great. And I really hope that you are able to create the life that you want. And you will be if you keep trying. With every breath that you take, you're changing the world. And I believe that you can change your world as long as you try. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?